guys, welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I just got home, the download was just done. I have never in my life played a single flight simulator before. Hey! So this one was on the Xbox Game Pass. It's extremely popular. I really wanted to give it a try after watching others play it, so I am just starting up the...
Welcome to flight training. I'll be your instructor, Captain Mike Barnes.
It's a bit
Are
loud.
you ready to fly?
Hold on, can I change the options, please? You're very loud. So I haven't even had the time to try out some things or do the training or anything at all. So you're gonna enjoy it with me while I try to. Okay, hold on. If I go back, resume.
Let's begin our time together going over some basic controls.
You're still very, very loud. Why? I just turned the sound all the way down. Let's start with this one. Your voice is very loud as well. Okay. Oh, that annoys me. No. And round numbers, please. Like round. Okay. Apply. Back. Resume.
Starting with your eyes.
That's a little
Get
better.
familiar with your surroundings.
Yep. It's a mountain.
Don't worry. I have the stick for the time being. Take a look out your side windows.
Okay, double.
Visibility is optimal today.
Oh, there we go. Control space resets the camera. Oh yes, okay. My co-pilot is apparently invisible. That's okay. We're in a Cessna.
Take a look out your side
I have
windows.
no idea. This is the first time ever playing it.
Today.
I'll find out for you. What am I supposed to... Control left and control right? What do I mean with left and right? It's not like I have a left
Look out
and...
your side windows. Visibility is optimal today.
I don't see. Here we go. Okay. Oh look, my legs are invisible as well. How's the stream going? Is it very blocky?
Take a look out your side windows. Visibility is optimal today.
Okay, hold on. Not entirely sure if I can fix this. Can I those? Oh, here. Medium. Maybe that'll help. It's quite a delay. Just checking my stream. That's a little bit better, but still a bit blocky.
Take a look out your side windows.
What the hell does he
Visibility
mean
is
with...
optimal today.
I don't know what he means with left and right. I looked out the damn window. It's just... Can we continue now?
Take a look out your side windows.
Oh. Yeah, I see it, Edgar. But I have no idea what to do about it, because uh, it should just work. It's not that heavy a game. Okay, let's... Okay, CPU, what are you doing? It's fine. It's not even at 70%. There's absolutely no need to be a little bitch. It can't be my internet because I basically have the best in the country. Low-end graphics then? That would be a shame, but if I can't do anything otherwise. Still too loud. Where are the controls? What does he mean with left and right? Connection lost, of course. Might be just Microsoft. What does he mean with right and left? Here comes the ground, yeah. Did my sound just disappear?
Visibility is
Nope.
optimal today.
Oh, now I... Uh-oh.
Take a look out your side windows. Visibility is optimal today.
Oh my god, I can't even look out my window because I don't know what they mean. This is awful. I'm so sorry. What do they mean with left and right? I'm just hitting buttons at this point. Camera. So sorry, I didn't have time to practice anything after the download was done. Still dropping frames. Let's test that first. Okay, that's the reset. Control left. What do they mean with left? Control 1, 2,
Take a look out your
3,
side windows.
4, 5,
Visibility
6,
is optimal
7,
today.
8, 9. Okay, that's zooming in and out. That doesn't do anything. Home.
Take a look out your side windows. Visibility is optimal today.
If anyone knows, please tell me so I can continue with the objectives, because I can't find it. I can't find it in the controls. I'm looking at the damn windows. What do you want?
Take a look out your side windows.
Yes, I'm looking.
Visibility is optimal today.
Look, we're crashing. Cockpit camera. What is axis X? That's did they just make up buttons? How about the keyboard? Mode switches. Cockpit camera. Custom camera.
These are ideal conditions to take in all Sedona has
Ah,
to offer.
okay. I see. I see. I need to hold it. That's sorry. Do I really need to?
See if you can locate the airport down below. Look for the runway. It's hard to miss. That's an affirmative. We have visual confirmation on the airport. And now you have your bearings. Time for you to take control. First up on our official training list is the yoke. Some people compare the yoke to a steering wheel, and while you can turn with it, you can also pitch. Let's start with turns, though. The yoke controls the ailerons, which control aircraft roll and allow you to bank into turns. Try banking to the right. Try banking to the right. That'll work. You've crossed out of the training zone. Better get back in there. That'll work. Go ahead and level us back out. All right? Now let's talk about pitch. The yoke also controls your aircraft's elevator, pitching you down if you push forward on the stick, up if you pull back. Pull back and see how the aircraft starts to climb. Ask any pilot you've crossed out of the Welcome to flight training. I'll be your instructor, Captain Mike Barnes. Are you ready to fly? Let's begin our time together going over some basic controls. Starting with your eyes, get familiar with your surroundings. Don't worry, I have the stick for the time being. Take a look out your side windows. Visibility is optimal today. These are ideal conditions to take in all Sedona has to offer. See if you can locate the airport down below. Look for the runway. It's hard to miss. That's an affirmative. We have visual confirmation on the airport. And now you have your bearings. Time for you to take control. First up on our official training list is the yoke. Some people compare the yoke to a steering wheel, and while you can turn with it, you can also pitch. Let's start with turns, though. The yoke controls the ailerons, which control aircraft roll and allow you to bank into turns. Try banking to the right. That'll work. Go ahead and level us back out. All right, let's talk about pitch. The yoke also controls your aircraft's elevator, pitching you down if you push forward on the stick, up if you pull back. Pull back and see how the aircraft starts to climb. Ask any pilot and they'll tell you, aviation is all about speed and altitude. Notice when you're pitched up, climbing higher, speed naturally wants to decrease. You'd likely need to increase power to continue climbing. Instead, for now, just pitch back down. There it is. Speed is picking up again. As you level back out, let's start talking about another control, the rudders at your feet. Rudder pedals control the aircraft's side-to-side movement, also known as yaw. On the ground, those pedals help you steer the aircraft. In the air, they align you properly during turns. Let's see you put them to use. Try to skew the aircraft's nose to either side. Just like that. Now, realign the aircraft, making sure your dashboard is 3 to 4 inches below the horizon for a cruise attitude. All right, we have one more control to cover today, your throttle. Simply put, your throttle controls the power output of the engine. Try cutting all the power and see what happens. Try cutting all the power and see what happens. Try cutting all the power and see what happens. As you may have expected, without power, your altitude decreases. You've crossed out of the training zone. Better get back in there. As you may have expected, without power, your altitude decreases. Lower altitude means increased vigilance. However, you always want to keep an eye on your surroundings. Nobody likes surprises when they're flying. Why don't you go ahead and throttle back up now? Just like that, your speed is increasing. And as long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well. There's no such thing as a natural-born pilot, but you're already off to a strong start. The more you fly, the more these flight controls will become second nature. Until then, if you need help with the aircraft, radio, checklists, you name it, I'll be here. Pass the controls whenever you're ready, or keep on flying, and I'll keep enjoying the view. Copy that. I have control. Until next time. main attitudes of flight. Your aircraft's orientation relative to the horizon. Look outside. Notice how the cockpit is situated approximately 4 inches below the horizon line. You're flying straight, maintaining a decent rate of speed. This is the cruise attitude. Check to see how it shows up on your instruments. First up, your attitude indicator. This shows your current attitude. The white line is the horizon, and as you'd expect, the sky is above and the ground below. That orange element in the middle is your aircraft aligned with the horizon. As you saw outside, your current cruise attitude is relatively straight and level. Next up, check your tachometer to see how much power the engine's generating. All right, approximately 2,300 revolutions per minute. Attitude and engine RPMs combined translate to aircraft performance. Which leads us to your airspeed indicator. And last but not least, your altimeter. To calculate your altitude, read the small needle first to find out how many thousands of feet up you are. Then read the big needle to figure out the hundreds. With your current attitude and power output, speed is holding steady around 90 knots, altitude is a stable 6,000 feet. But not for long. Take the stick when you're ready. Pull back slightly on the yoke, raising the nose approximately 2 inches above the horizon line. You don't want to pitch up too much. If the angle's too steep, it won't create lift. Without enough lift, the aircraft will stall. Now, go full throttle. Start your climb. You are now in a climb attitude. Check to see how it shows up on your attitude indicator and tachometer. On your altimeter, you can see you're gaining altitude. However, you're losing airspeed, even at full throttle. Not a sustainable situation. Go ahead and bring the aircraft back to a cruise attitude. Ease up on the yoke, aim your nose slightly below the horizon, and reduce your throttle to 2,300 RPMs. That's it. You're set up with the same attitude and power you had at the top of our lesson. Time to move on to the descent attitude. First step is adjusting your power. Reduce your RPMs to 1,800. Next, you'll want to lower the aircraft's nose, just a little farther below the horizon. With a nose-down attitude, it's no surprise altitude is decreasing and speed is on the rise. Now, bring the aircraft back to a cruise attitude. Then we'll be ready for the final part of our lesson. All right, we've covered cruise, climb, and descent. Time to cover the turn attitude. Gently move the yoke left or right to start rolling the plane. A quick look outside will show how your attitude has changed. However, you can also check your instruments for the details. As a general rule, you should always aim to keep your turns under 30 degrees. On your attitude indicator, you'll find a series of notches along the top. Each notch represents 10 degrees. You may notice the more you turn, the more you need to pull back on the yoke to maintain altitude. When you're rolling out, you'll need to do the opposite. Roll and push at the same time. Mastering the main attitudes of flight is an essential step for every pilot in training. You're on your way, but more practice never hurts. Whenever you're done, pass me the controls. All right, I have control. Good job. No matter how many hours I've logged, takeoff still puts a smile on my face. Taking off is not especially difficult, if you remember a few basic principles. First, whenever possible, take off into the wind. This won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before you enter a runway, always make sure it's clear. All right. No cross traffic to contend with. You're clear to taxi. Use your rudder pedals to steer the aircraft into position. Not quite. Let's get back in position and try this again. All right, you're clear for takeoff. Apply full power, and I'll step you through the process. Try to stay on the center line using your rudder. Continue pushing power until you reach 55 knots. Good. Now pull back gently on the yoke. Align the top of your instrument panel a couple inches above the horizon. Pitch up and set a good climb attitude. That's it. You're airborne. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudder to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. If you maintain 75 knots, you'll reach the target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. that you've reached your target altitude, you're ready for part 2 of our lesson. Straight and level flight. Step 1, adjusting your attitude. The aircraft is currently in a cruise attitude. You're pushing max power. To stay level, you'll want to ease back the throttle to, say, 1800 RPMs. As you may have noticed, to hold this altitude, you need to pitch the nose up. You could maintain pressure on the yoke to hold steady. However, that's not exactly a precise method of control. The optimal approach is to adjust your trim wheel until you no longer need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down. Add trim to keep the aircraft at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle. If you feel your pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude, just pull on the yoke, then dial in the right trim. In my experience, when you adjust the trim, you want to make initial rough changes to remove pressure on the yoke. After that, you make small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. Understanding trim is fundamental to straight and level flight. It saves you from applying constant pressure on the yoke, which frees you up to focus on other joys of flying. Take as much time as you like practicing with the trim. No matter how many hours I've logged, takeoff still puts a smile on my face. Taking off is not especially difficult, if you remember a few basic principles. First, whenever possible, take off into the wind. This won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before you enter a runway, always make sure it's clear. All right, no cross traffic to contend with. You're clear to taxi. Use your rudder pedals to steer the aircraft into position. You've traveled a bit too far down the runway. I'll move the plane back into position. All right. right, you're clear for takeoff. Apply full power, and I'll step you through the process. Try to stay on the center line using your rudder. Continue pushing power until you reach 55 knots. Good. Now pull back gently on the yoke. Align the top of your instrument panel a couple inches above the horizon. Pitch up and set a good climb attitude. That's it. You're airborne. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudder to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. If you maintain 75 knots, you'll reach the target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Now that you've reached your target altitude, you're ready for part 2 of our lesson. Straight and level flight. Step 1, adjusting your attitude. The aircraft is currently in a cruise attitude. You're pushing max power. To stay level, you'll want to ease back the throttle to, say, 1,800 RPMs. As you may have noticed, to hold this altitude, you need to pitch the nose up. You could maintain pressure on the yoke to hold steady. However, that's not exactly a precise method of control. The optimal approach is to adjust your trim wheel until you no longer need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down. Add trim to keep the aircraft at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle. If you feel your pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude, just pull on the yoke, then dial in the right trim.
Sorry, just I must have hit the wrong button. Uh, the camera controls are awful. Oh my god, this is... I can't see anything. It won't reset. There we go. Okay. And it won't stop beeping at me. Just go up. Can you do that for me, please? No, stop beeping. There's nothing wrong. Plane is level. We're simply rising up. 5,000 feet. Come on, I need to get back to... Wow, no one's even watching anymore. Why am I playing this game? Yeah, come join us. Oh, this... Okay, 5,000. Just stay straight. No, the tutorial expects you to know things about planes. It's very bad. It's really, really bad tutorial. Yeah, no one's watching anymore. It's no fun for me either. I thought, well, hey, I could just get some tutorials done, you know, it'll be fine. but it doesn't explain enough. I still don't know where to find my RPMs. So I can't see how much I need to
In my
turn it back.
experience, when you adjust the trim, you
Well, I
want to
got
make
it.
initial rough changes to remove pressure on the yoke. After that, you make small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. Understanding trim is fundamental to straight and level flight. It saves you from applying constant pressure on the yoke, which frees you up to focus on other joys of flying.
Oh,
Take
I
as
didn't
much
need to
time
do
as
that.
you like practicing with the trim. I'll be here when you're ready to pass the controls.
Okay. Please just go away.
I have control now. Check.
Go away. Hey, Edinburgh. Oh look, we're gonna learn how to crash. This is gonna be great. Yeah, but I can't blame you guys, Rob. It's just I didn't understand why thousands of people were watching it in the first place. Just
My old flight commander
no
used
one's
to
here
say
to watch
what
someone
goes
fail.
up must come down.
Yes, I
Ideally
know.
in one piece. For this lesson, you will
I've
be
never
called on
played
to
a
bring
flight
us
sim
in for a
before.
safe
Never.
landing. We have clearance for a straight-in approach. No need to complete the standard traffic pattern. You're already
Oh,
set
I'm
up
in control.
landing
Thank you for
configuration
telling me.
at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power.
Wait, what?
You're on the glide slope now. Maintain a speed of 65 knots, adjust your pitch if necessary,
I don't
and
know
keep
where
your
the
aim point on the runway number.
I don't know where the
When you're
runway
targeting
is.
the runway number, keep it steady in your sights. If the number appears to move up in your windscreen, you're coming in low.
What? What?
You'll need to add more throttle to get back on the slope.
I don't know what you mean. Where do I go?
If the number's
Can you tell me
moving
that?
down,
God
you're coming
damn
in
it.
high. You'll need to add flaps to increase your rate of descent. You'll also need to push forward and trim to change your attitude and maintain the same speed.
But I don't even know where the runway is. Is it up there? Is it on that mountain? I'm gonna guess it's up that mountain. Can I? Okay. Maybe go a bit to the right, I think. Going way too slow. Why are you turning left? Go down. Jesus. I'm just trying to turn right. Where's the...
Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. As you pass the threshold, shift your aim point to the end of the runway.
What?
Then you'll pull back slightly on the yoke and aim the nose just above it.
What? What did he say? I didn't understand the thing he said. He just... See, that's the thing. They expect you to actually know something about this shit. And I can't understand a word he's saying. I really don't know what he means. Oh, look, a tree. Oh, look, a fence. I still don't know where the runway is. Okay, let's try this again and try to understand what he's saying. Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming that gray blur.
My old flight commander used to say, what goes up must come down. Ideally in one piece.
That
For this
that
lesson,
thing is probably
you will
the.
be called on to bring us in for a safe landing. We have clearance for a straight-in approach. No need to complete the standard traffic pattern. You're already set up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power.
Yeah, but I'm going way too
You're on
slow
the glide
now.
slope now. Maintain a speed of 65 knots, adjust your pitch if necessary, and keep your aim point on the runway number. When you're targeting the runway number, keep it steady in your sights.
Dude, I can't even see
If the
it.
number appears to move up in your windscreen, you're coming in low.
Runway number. I don't know what he means.
You'll need to add more throttle to get back on the slope. If the number's moving down, you're coming in high.
I don't know what he means. What numbers?
You'll need to add flaps to increase your rate of descent. You'll also need to push forward and trim to change your attitude and maintain the same speed.
Okay, I pressed F8. Speed's good. Can you just keep it straight for 1 second? We can do this.
Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
Yeah, but I don't know what my height is, though.
Shift your aim point to the end of the runway. Then you'll pull back slightly on the yoke and aim the nose just above it.
Okay, well, we have a very weird angle here. Okay.
All right, you've passed the threshold. Start your flare.
My what?
Keep pulling back slowly and allow the aircraft to settle on the runway. Don't push it down, but don't let it start climbing either. There you go. Now, apply the brakes to slow down and...
Oh. Okay, I thought I was doing fine. I thought we landed.
My old flight commander used to say, what goes up must come down. Ideally in one piece. For this lesson, you will be called on to bring us in for a safe landing. We have clearance for a straight-in approach. No need to complete the standard traffic pattern. You're already set up in landing configuration.
Stop rolling when I'm not doing
10 degrees
anything.
of flaps and idle power. You're on the glide slope now.
Okay.
Maintain a speed of 65 knots, adjust your pitch if necessary, and keep your aim point on the runway number. When you're targeting the runway number, keep it steady in your sights.
I don't know what the runway number is.
If the number appears to move up in your windscreen, you're coming in low. You'll need to add more throttle to get back on the slope.
Oh, is it that black thing up there?
If the number's moving down, you're coming in high. You'll need to add flaps to increase your rate of descent. You'll also need to push forward and trim to change your attitude and maintain the same speed.
Okay. Press F8. Maintain 65 knots. Well, that's not happening, is it? Up a bit power. Oh god, it's so... I didn't touch anything. Stop moving. Oh, oh.
Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
How do I see
As you pass the
how
threshold,
high I'm of
shift
us?
your aim point to the end of the runway. Then you'll pull back slightly on the yoke and aim the nose just above it. All right, you've passed the threshold. Start your flare.
My what?
Keep pulling back slowly and allow the aircraft to settle on the runway. Don't push it down, but don't let it start climbing either. There you go. Now, apply the brakes to slow down and bring the aircraft to a stop.
Well, it wasn't on the runway, but I'm landed. Without dying. I call it a win. Yes, I'm stopped. I can't stop any more than I have stopped. Thank you. What, do you want me to drive somewhere? I can do that. Okay, I'm braking. I don't know what you want me to do now. Didn't I do it? Now they come and take my pilot. Yeah. Uh, I don't understand why it won't. I braked. I can't. Hey, I did it. What do you want me to do? How, how do I turn the motor off? Mm. Hello? Oh. Oh. I'll have to do it again then. Since it apparently broke.
My old flight commander used to say what goes up must come down. Ideally in one piece.
Yes, that would
For
be
this
nice.
lesson, you will be called on to bring us in for a safe landing.
Safe
We
landing.
have clearance for a straight-in approach. No need to complete the standard traffic pattern. You're already set up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power. You're on the glide slope now.
Oh, oh. Why are you
Maintain
going
a
right?
speed of 65 knots, adjust your pitch if necessary, and keep your aim point on the runway number. When you're targeting the runway number, keep it steady in your sights. If the number appears to move up in your windscreen, you're coming in low.
Oh, oh.
You'll need to add more throttle to get back on the slope. If
Hold
the
on.
number's moving down, you're coming in high. You'll need to add flaps to increase your rate of descent. You'll also need to push forward and trim to change your attitude and maintain the same speed.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on, hold on. Okay, where is it? All the way over there. Okay. Flaps. Keep it steady. Speed climbing. Turn slightly.
Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. As you pass the threshold, shift your aim point to the end of the runway.
The controls are too sensitive.
Then
if I breathe, I go to the right.
Aim the nose just above it.
Okay. Okay.
All right, you've passed the threshold. Start your flare. Keep pulling back slowly and allow the aircraft to settle on the runway. Don't push it down, but don't let it start climbing either. There you go. Now, apply the brakes to slow down and bring the aircraft to a stop.
Hey, I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Well done.
Oh,
Any
now
landing
it gets it.
away from is a good landing. But when you can use the aircraft the next day, it's fantastic. Landing can be a challenge, even for veteran pilots. It takes practice to master.
Yep.
Luckily, that's why we're here.
Hey. You got it from the Game Pass? Yes, so did I. So what happened was that my preload the first time didn't work. So I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. Then when I started up the game, it gave a screen just like this one, like this gray, whitish, and it started downloading. That's what's supposed to happen. What did happen was that when I told it to install in a certain place, it stopped again, so I had to restart the game. I have to keep trying. It's not perfect. You can't download it. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously I don't know your computer and everything. Just keep trying. Let's see what the others are up to. Oh, nah. Let's try a training flight. It's not going very well, is it? I understand why the stream didn't go well with a higher setting though. My computer's having absolutely no problem with this load. And I very much doubt it's my upload's of course not that high. Could be that. Nothing I can do about that. Okay. What do we do?
If you're a pilot who plans to visit an airport anytime soon, you'll need to understand the notion of traffic patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Sedona's standard traffic pattern follows a 1,000-foot altitude around the main runway. By the time you finish this lesson, you'll have the skills to complete every leg of the pattern. starting with takeoff.
Wrong way. What?
Once you're airborne, stay aligned with the runway and climb to 5,400 feet. You'll be going for a left-hand traffic pattern.
Oh. Out. Stop dropping! Jesus. When I let go, it just drops like a brick. This is really annoying. Can you just keep it steady for 2 seconds?
When you reach your target altitude, begin a turn to the left 90 degrees toward a 122-degree heading.
What? Wait, what?
Now you're in the pattern. Get ready for the crosswind section. All right. Continue climbing until you reach the traffic pattern altitude of 5,700 feet. It's time to make your left turn downwind. When the runway appears at the halfway point of your wing strut, that's your mark. You're at a good glide distance.
Oh god, this is really hard.
Good. You're in the downwind leg. Now lower your nose to a cruise attitude and reduce power to 2,100 RPMs. Once your speed is in the white arc, add 10 degrees of flaps and prepare for landing. This would be a good time to check and see if the runway's looking good.
How do I do that?
Also watch out for any other aircraft entering or exiting the pattern. As you fly past the end of the runway, continue until you see it at a 45-degree angle behind you.
What? 45-degree angle?
That's your cue to turn left again onto the base leg.
I gotta love this. Yeah, you just gotta look at 45-degree angle. If you just could do that, please. Like, how the hell am I supposed to? Oh. Can't see anything. There we go. Straight, keep straight.
Now reduce your power to idle. You want to lose altitude while you maintain a cruise attitude. Keep an eye on the runway as you prepare for your final turn.
How?
Your speed should be holding at approximately 65 knots.
Where's my speed? Okay, there's my attitude. Vertical speed. Oh, this is way clearer. I should have done this before.
See that? The runway's in full view. Be sure to keep the aircraft centered on approach. If you're too high, add flaps. Too low, add power to maintain the glide path.
Power. Slowly, gently down. No, don't to the bit to the left. touchdown. Well, I hope this is runway 21, otherwise I'm fucked.
All right.
Oh, yes it was.
Wheels down.
I'm getting better, I'm getting better.
But never come to a complete stop on the runway.
Oh, okay.
If other aircraft are looking to land, you'll have to move. Proceed to one of the taxiways on the right.
Okay.
You did well. You're on your way to becoming a solid pilot. Keep it up.
Hey, this one went way better. Oh, it hasn't finished downloading that card. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's time. Your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't. Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember what we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, but I have no idea where to turn though. Come on. Oh, stop beeping at me. Oh, oh. Can you go up, please? All right. I don't understand why he's beeping. I'm just very gently climbing. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. This is... I have no... Why are you... What are you doing? There we go. I have no idea. Oh, there's the runway. Okay, turn left. No, bit more gently. It would be nice. Yes, okay. I don't know why he's beeping. Am I going too slow? He's still saying turn left, but I already did that, so I don't know where to go now. Yeah, I don't know why he's beeping. I don't understand what's wrong. They won't tell me, so it's very difficult to understand what I'm doing wrong. He's now doing this all on its own. And okay, let's make a circle. I'm sure this is way easier with a joystick. At least something that's not as sensitive as this controller. Wow, that's a lot of noise this engine is making. Can I just hold on? I can't even hear myself talk. I thought I had turned that down. Nope, still just as loud. I keep turning left, but I don't know where to go. You know, like I remembered what their traffic pattern is. Such a nice assumption. Well, it looks nice at least. Can we just even out? Trying to adjust my trim without crashing. Okay, where's the runway? All the way over there. Oh boy. Okay. How do I know what the traffic pattern is? I mean, it can go left circles forever and ever, but I guess I'll just try to land. Oh, oh. Yeah, I know it's a big oval, but I don't see it. So I have no idea if I'm following it or not. It says turn left to join the traffic pattern, but if I don't know where it is, I'll never find it. This game assumes too much. It's very bad for beginners. Like, yes, we drew out this circle, you know, a half an hour ago. Could you just follow that, please? Like, what? Like I remembered what it was. Turn indicators, yes. Oh, oh, not so steep. Oh.
You weren't really supposed to land there. It's well done, don't get me wrong. Just not what was expected.
Oh, well,
At this
sorry.
point, I think it's probably best if we start the lesson over.
Well, if I knew what to do, that would be great. Hmm. Well, I didn't think I did that bad. I just don't know what points to turn.
It's time, your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't. Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember what we covered in our previous sessions?
No,
You'll be just
that's
fine.
the whole problem.
Good luck. See you on the other side.
Come on. Oh, too much to the... Almost. Okay. Where's the... Oh, did I turn at the right point or not? Hey Donald, I'm learning how to fly. Ah, you're too late, Donald. I crashed a couple of times. Oh. Oh wait, there's the airport. Flaps out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I didn't do that right at all. Hold on. A bit more that way. Okay. Turn them left. Not so steep. Coming in for a landing. Bit of a bit odd angle. Turning down power. Nose up. Ah, no. So close. I won't find it. I don't understand why the last one didn't count. Because I did it fine already.
It's time. Your first solo flight.
Yes, yes.
I'll be watching from the ground in radio contact if you need me. But something tells me you won't. Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember what we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine. Good luck. See you on the other side.
Oh, stop beeping. How else am I supposed to go up? Go up! Okay. There. To adjust the trim. What? I'm barely touching. Okay. Okay. An eye on the runway. Come on. No, it's not peaceful at all. It's nerve-wracking. Oh. Why are you going up? There we go. Final approach. I'm getting better. Thank you, Edgar. It's very difficult, especially since I'm not used to a controller at all. Okay, there it is. Turning down power. Sliding it in. Come on, baby, you can do it. Oh, going down pretty fast. Nose up. Braking. Whee! Oh, stop it on a taxiway. Sure, I'll just.
Great job. There's always room for improvement, that's life, right? But you did it all on your own. You're on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot.
Yay, I did it! Happy joy. See, now it's getting fun. You get drunk faster using a sippy cap. Yeah, that saves money. Yeah, or they just don't eat and use a straw. That's a good. No, don't do that. That's bad advice. Don't do that. A rainstorm, that could be interesting. I'm just trying to do the tutorials.
If my own flight training taught me one thing, it's the value of preparation, especially in the open skies.
Okay.
Let's talk about navigation preparation.
Oh,
The
joy.
fundamental procedures to travel from point A to point B. First things first, though. You need to get this bird up in the air.
Okay.
And we have liftoff. Good. Continue climbing around the airport until you reach 5,800 feet.
Oh boy, this takes a lot of concentration. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. 5800, okay. Flying first person, well, this is way easier actually.
Ask any pilot, and they'll tell you. Successful navigation begins with proper departure setup. With that in mind, let's set up the aircraft for the first leg of your trip.
At cruise altitude. What?
Attitude, check. How to set your heading. A bit of advice. Magnetic compasses are error-prone, especially during turns or while accelerating or decelerating. When you need to set and maintain a heading, always rely on your heading indicator. All right. Position the aircraft above the airport.
What? Do I need to go back to the airport? Okay, heading back. Come on, straighten out. There we go. I'm still climbing. Oh, no.
Now for one last bit of departure prep, starting the clock.
What? Dude, I can't even keep it straight. Just... Can you do it for me? That's what the co-pilot is for.
If you check your nav log, you'll see your next waypoint is Munns Park. It's at a 41-degree heading, approximately 5 minutes away. Navigation by definition means following a given heading for a given amount of time. However, sometimes deviations happen. That's
Okay.
why you track the time flown from your last known position, so you always have at least a range for your current position. Another X factor tends to be the wind, which can dramatically impact airspeed and affect your navigational plans. At your next waypoint, you may want to compare your estimated time en route with actual time flown. Validate your estimate and your overall progress.
We go faster. Can't see my speed. Oh, there we go. Almost 100. Going to Munt's Golf Club. Well, this is taking quite a while. Oh, keep an eye on my altitude. We're quite high. Mommy, are we there yet? Oh, now I can see my RPM as well. Oh, what happens when I do this? It goes up. Okay.
Good. You're now passing Munns Park, en route
Yep,
to the
there
next
it
stop
is.
on your navlog, Flagstaff Pulliam Airport. For this leg of the flight, however, you'll be employing another means of navigation, identifiable landmarks. There's a highway down below you. Follow it to your final destination.
What? There's a highway? Where? Don't see anything with that stupid nav lock. There we go. Oh god, my mouse is inverted. I don't see a highway at all. Oh. Follow the highway. Where is it though? Better go find it. Why are you crashing? It looks like... Oh. There we go. Is that the highway? Yeah, follow the visual landmarks, the highway. Sure. No, if only it were visible. I'm guessing this is it. Come on, give me some trim. There we go. Hi, little people on the highway. This is a bit of a boring tutorial, because we're not going anywhere interesting.
As you close in on Flagstaff Pulliam airspace, you'll need to enter the traffic pattern.
Okay.
Okay, You have clearance to enter the downwind leg and land on runway 21. Maintain your attitude and follow the standard pattern.
What? How the hell am I supposed to know what the downwind leg is of this airport? So that way, I guess? Follow the arrows. Okay, almost there.
All right, lower your nose to a cruise attitude and begin reducing power.
Mhm. Almost there.
Your power should be at idle now, so the aircraft is losing altitude while maintaining its cruise attitude.
We're already quite low, so I think we're okay. Oh, oh, oh.
Last but not least, bring it in for a safe landing on runway 21.
I'll do my best. Oh, that's a big tree. That's a big tree. Oh, we flew right through it. We were way too low. Okay. Nose up. Knock that up. And brake.
VFR flight in the books. Navigation complete.
Woohoo. Eh. Uh. Navigation's a bit boring. Oh, that's the last one anyway.
With the download.
Hello.
Hi, Nima. How you doing?
Hey.
Oh my god, you're so fast.
Yeah, I'm a turbo.
Yeah,
I'm a turbo, bro.
I,
Well,
There's not really private lobbies in this game. There's more like groups.
Oh, I'm sorry, Derby. Yeah, I was trying to help you out because I found what worked for me, but
Wait, it's bumpy here.
all that turbulence.
Your PC specs are bad? Lol. Imagine trying to come into the stream and troll. I know you want attention. That's fine. If you're looking for attention, you can hop over on Twitch and sub to Ninja for only $4.99 on his Twitch page. I'm sure your god would appreciate a sacrifice of your mom's credit card on his behalf.
No, MC, it was saying don't sync.
I'll give you 10 if you crash into my house. You won't. But I appreciate the thought.
Are you going back for landing?
Yep. I'm gonna be way too fast. This is bad.
Yeah, it's like you're coming in hot. Let's watch him crash and burn.
That was frickin' butter, but I wasn't centered. That was a damn good landing. I was a little off to the right. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, pedals will control rudders. I have those, just not set up at the moment. And it's like taken out from a carrier.
Ready for me now?
Oh, who's this? Wait, are you in the coach now? Elmox, is that you?
No, that's Elmox.
Elmox, are you parked with the,
I'm parked, yeah. I can see Black Angel.
Oh, good. And can you see me?
No. Yeah, now I can.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna line up for another takeoff. You guys go first. I've been doing these. I want to see you guys land.
I'm
gets
coming
to
in to
judge
land
me.
right now.
I want to do some judging right now. I want to be a Billy. You should have.
can I hot join in this game, or do I just?
Are you on your PC?
Yes.
Okay, so the way it'll work.
Whoa!
What? You were off to the left a little bit. You were fine.
Oh,
You're
I
fine.
bounced it.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to tell that. Nima,
Mhm.
it doesn't say you're online, so first you have to get online in the game. Are you online yet?
Yes, I'm online.
In the game?
Yes. Status online.
I don't see you in the...
Oh wait, what servers? East USA.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You have to go into the thing.
I might need a tow.
Front flip, there's a few people ahead of you, so if you drop a $10 super chat, we'll put it on the list. But if you want to see it today, it's going to have to be like 15 or 20, and then you'll have to tell me where it is, because you just saying I live in Maryland. Yeah, I'm sure half the stream watching lives in Maryland too, but I don't know. Colt, what?
So I kind of stopped like middle of the runway, and my plane doesn't have enough power to get to the top of the hill.
You're full throttle and you can't get up to the top?
Yes.
I have fallen and I can't get up.
Full throttle, dude.
Really? Are you
And it is.
Are you holding the brake or anything?
No.
Wow, that's crazy.
Parking brake's not on or anything. Oh, I'm starting to move.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, Elmox took off. I only saw Elmox just at the end. What the hell?
Get out and push, hell yeah.
Yeah, whoever was in there with you should have gotten out and pushed. How lazy. What's up, World Aviation? I wonder about the flight dynamics. Apparently they're quite good. I'm no expert in that, but a lot of people are saying they're quite impressed. Of course, this is you know, this is not like a one-to-one actual real simulation on how to fly every single airplane. Every button doesn't work, but did you do it, Elmox?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move my camera. I want to see you guys do a few landings. I'm gonna go to the
Flight
end.
dynamics are okay. Like there's some stuff that they could do like with the tail draggers, but
Bolt is going again.
Lose some weight.
Nima, I can't see to invite you.
I can't see you online either, nor Colt.
Are you on
It must be the
East,
server then.
Dima?
I just switched to East USA.
Yeah, that's where we went to.
Let me restart.
Well, for
the
some
game.
reason, Nima Xbox hates me with you anyway, considering that I can never see you online.
Well, Front Flip, you dropped the
I have
super
the
chat,
same
and I'll
thing.
try to make it possible. I'm trying to take requests, and also my friends are just getting the game too, so they want to see certain things and do challenges. So we can do one thing at a time, and we're trying to get everybody. We're trying to take care of everybody. So thank you for your patience in advance, and thanks for being the best chat in the world, guys. I appreciate that.
Well, I thought Elmox was coming in to land, but I guess.
Thanks for smashing like. By the way,
I'm
we're doing a
coming in.
giveaway for this game today, so if you want a chance to win, click or tap that join button, become a member.
Yay!
I know. Even you, Nima, have a chance to win.
Yay! Restarting the game just to see if that helps.
That was freaking awesome. I just saw you take off, dude. That was so cool.
Woo!
What airfield is this? Is JFK? No, I mean Lukla.
We're at Hartfield International.
Elmox, you coming in?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming right for you.
I want to watch you guys land. This is really cool. Let's stand down here as if we were like a stand at this house over here.
Nice, Nightwing. 1 gig left. That's awesome.